2 disturbing real Tinder horror stories. I feel like that could go really bad.
I'll never forget the first time I used Tinder. It was 2015
Let me
during
get some subtitles on that.
winter break when everyone was back home from college. I figured since I didn't have a girlfriend and didn't have much going on, why not try the app that everyone was talking about? It was like 8 or 9 p.m. on a Thursday night, which was peak hours in terms of activity for the app. I downloaded the app onto my phone, and it was time to set up my profile. I spent a good 10 minutes browsing through my photo albums and found 4 flattering photos of myself that I thought would catch people's attention.
Alright.
I wasn't really experienced with the whole witty, funny Tinder bio thing that guys are apparently supposed to do.
Oh, dude, he's there. He's like, yeah, I'm 6'3". I do accounting and I like dogs. Like just that.
I just wrote a few things about myself, like that I was 6 feet tall, played hockey at
I fucking knew it.
Penn State, and loved to work out. I swiped right for pretty much everyone just to see how many people would right swipe me back.
Oh shit.
I got through the given 100 likes quicker than I even expected, and didn't get a single match. My self-esteem was now completely in the toilet. I always thought of myself as really good looking, so I didn't understand how nobody could have liked me back. After waiting forever for some kind of notification to come up on my screen, I was considering just deleting the app to save my self-esteem. But finally, a single vibration from my phone, along with the message, "Congratulations, you have a new match," popped up on my
Dude, this is gonna go so wrong so fast. This is gonna end up being like that Jody movie. This poor kid, he's like a nice high school, like college, about to go to college, play hockey and shit. He's gonna meet someone bad.
Overly excited, I went back into the app and saw that I had matched with the most gorgeous girl I'd seen on the app. She had 4 photos as well, one in a bikini with a friend, one with 2 girls kissing her on either cheek, one with her leaning on a brick wall, and one that
it's like some fat disgusting dude behind this, but like he's using pictures of like, I don't even know, like fucking Britney Spears or something, and this kid has no idea.
At a college frat party. She was 20 years old, just like me, and she went to Syracuse University. I messaged her just a plain old hey with a smiley face. 10 seconds later, she responded, "Hey cutie."
Oof.
I took a minute to think of something smart to say.
You took a minute?
Eventually, I wrote something about her sorority and that I had a friend in the same sorority at my school, or something lame like that.
That's fucking weird, dude. Are you guys the same way where it's like, it's gotten to a point, ever since the internet's come around, like people actually talk different. So it's like, when people put periods now, 90% of the time, it's just like, oh, they're giving attitude. But then there's like the older people who don't know that that's necessarily the case sometimes. It's just weird. Like I don't use periods for that. Like it's unless obviously like if you're writing something serious, like for whatever, applying for a job or some shit. What do you mean? Even in Twitch, that's what I mean. Like no one uses periods anymore. Yeah, like if someone like wrote something and put a period, I'd automatically like notice that because it feel like it's so uncommon in internet, the way people type in the internet.
She responded really quickly again, this time saying, "OMG, that's so cool," and then a smiley face. I was typing my response when she sent another message saying, "You're so cute and so close. What are you doing tonight?"
Ooh, no.
At this point, I was excited and thought this app was easier than I thought it would be. I responded quickly, saying, "Just watching Elf, you know, pretty exciting stuff."
Oh, this guy's the full package. Look at his neighborhood. He lives in like this nice, rich, upper white class neighborhood. His family's got the fucking like guest house. Like he's just one of those kids like from 13 Reasons Why, one of the baseball players, but he plays hockey. He's just sitting there watching Elf.
She replied back saying, "OMG, no way, me too. You should come over and we can watch it together," and then a winky face. I told her I was down and asked for her number. She gave it to me quickly, and I waited a minute before texting her just so I wouldn't seem desperate. When I texted her, the message was sent as a text message, indicating this person wasn't using the iMessage app. I said hey once again. She replied, "Hey, come now," and then pasted an address. The address was 5 miles from my house, or 10 minutes, which wasn't bad at all. I told her I'm on my way.
Oh my god, man, just like that? That's fucking crazy. I have a feeling this is gonna be some like nasty old fat dude or something. Like this isn't gonna be...
Before leaving, I told my mom I was going out and left. The address was on the quieter side of town, not necessarily a nice kind of quiet. I pulled up to the house. It had a decent location privacy-wise. Across the street were one of those huge pieces of land surrounded by trees that was dug out deep to collect water during rainfall, and the neighboring houses were kind of spaced out. A red flag went off in my head when I noticed 2 cars in the driveway. I texted her saying I was there, and she replied, "KK, go around back, the front door is loud."
Oh God, man. That's so fucking sketch.
I replied, "Are your parents home or something?" But she didn't answer this time.
Yeah, because it's like 3 dudes with fucking baseball bats ready to like bap him over the head when he goes around past the fence.
I got out of the car and slowly walked around the house, noticing there was no fence to separate the front yard from the back. There was a window on the side of the house, and as I passed it, I realized there was an opening in the blinds. Someone was holding it up, but as soon as I noticed, the blinds fell back into place. I texted her again, saying, "Was that you at the window?" No response.
Oh my God, dude. They're literally bringing him to like I guess it's not a crack house per se, but I'm getting that energy.
This was a little creepy now. I continued walking slowly to the backyard, thinking that I could hear sounds coming from back there. For example, the brief sound of a yard chair scraping against the concrete.
Dude.
I became so nervous to turn that corner into the backyard that I froze at the edge of the brick wall and just ever so gradually poked my head around the corner to see if anyone was in the backyard. As far as I could tell, nobody was back there. So I walked to the back door. It was—
Bro, like, especially after just like something scaring the shit out of me and still all the red flags are there. At that point, just go home. Like, what the fuck? Dude is a moron, bro. He's down bad. Booty man is waiting for you in that house. Damn, Brock, you don't got it. But what's up with that?
was a really old sliding glass door, so I could partially see into the house. Another thing I realized just then that raised more red flags: not a single light was on in the house.
Buddy, this is the 7th red flag that's gone off in a matter of like 5 minutes. How many more is it gonna take for you to be like, maybe I should get out of here?
You know what? I told myself I'd text her one more time, and if she didn't respond, I was out of there.
The classic. One more.
I took out my phone and texted her, saying, "I'm at the back door, where are you?" She responded within 10 seconds, saying, "Come in." I wasn't comfortable entering that house. I decided to call her for the first time, but after entering the number, the screen said "Text Now audio call." Text Now is one of those iPhone apps that allow you to use a fake phone number for calls and texts.
Oh my God, no. He's gonna get a text message that says, "Behind you," and it's gonna be, oh my God.
That meant this whole time, whoever this was using a fake phone number. However, the most disturbing part of this was when I heard the sound of a ringtone coming from right behind the glass door, as if somebody were leaning against the wall, hiding.
Yeah, bro, with a fucking hammer in the right, like right here, and here's the door. And he's waiting. Just like this. And then as soon as you walk through the door frame, right over your head, and then you're done. And then, yeah, like you said, you fucking wake up in a bathtub full of ice with a hole in your side, and they took some of your organs.
And now as I looked more closely into the house, I could see the glow from a phone screen right next to the door, which confirmed that somebody was hiding there.
Yeah, no shit.
I didn't run. I tried to draw as little attention as possible by simply walking back around the house in the opposite direction I came from to avoid being seen through the door. When I was out of possible view, I ran full speed to my car and drove home. I didn't check my texts until I got back home. I had 15 new messages waiting for me, about 12 of them asking where'd you go, why'd you leave, come back, and so on. The last 3 were more disturbing though.
Oh God, no.
The first of the last 3 messages said, "I'm not actually a 20-year-old girl, but I'm sure you figured that out by now."
I knew that from the beginning. I knew it from the beginning. What are you?
The next one was, "No laws were broken, LOL, good luck." And the last one was, "I know exactly what you look like and I have your number." I blocked his fake number and went to report and unmatch him on Tinder, but he had already done that.
Dude, what the fuck? And that's the thing too, like this sicko will never get caught. That's the thing. They will do nothing about this. This is a nothing burger if you brought this to them. They'd be like, all right, good luck. But imagine if it was actually 10 out of 10 chick waiting for him. Well, definitely not. I mean, the quote unquote Tinder girl's threatening to fucking murk him.
The whole thing was something straight out of a nightmare, but luckily I never got any calls or texts from anyone suspicious, and I was able to forget about it quickly. I've used Tinder a few times since then, but just for fun. I've never actually made an effort to go out and meet anyone from the app ever again.
Yeah, you learned his lesson with that one. Dude avoided becoming sliced meat on the black market.
I was on Tinder a few months ago when I was bored. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Definitely not a relationship, though. Just one of those times to see who swiped me for fun and having pointless chats. Plus, there was always that chance that a girl would be down to meet up for the night and, you know, maybe I'd get lucky. That didn't happen this night, though.
He's like building our expectation up mad crazy. He's like, that didn't happen.
It was the opposite of lucky. My first 20 or so swipes were full of matches. I sent corny pickup lines to a few of them that I found attractive. However, there was one girl who messaged me first. Her name was Michelle. She was a 23-year-old blonde. She was a solid 9 out of 10, almost unrealistically attractive. So the fact that she said hey first was pretty intoxicating, and I was a little intoxicated quite literally already. She was close too. And eventually things were going so smoothly that I decided to try and be ballsy and turn the conversation sexual.
Oh God.
That went smoothly as well.
Oh no, it went smooth because it's that same guy. It's the same guy from the beginning. He's doing this to all of this town.
So I escalated things even more by getting her number and then texting her to try and set something up that same night. To my surprise and delight, she seemed really willing, but she wanted to meet out somewhere and hang out first before going back to her place. I was fine with that, and so she seemed to take charge and set up a time and place to meet. She said she wanted to hang in a small park by her house first at 10 o'clock.
They want to hang out in a park at 10 o'clock? Most parks at night are usually pretty eerie, especially if you're rolling up there by yourself.
I literally counted the minutes until around 9:45 when I decided it was time to leave. Before leaving, I sent a quick confirmation text, and she said she was still down to meet. The drive to the small residential park was...
Imagine the girl's like, yeah, I want to meet in a small park. And you roll up and you see this. This is the same person who got the first kid, the hockey kid that we just watched. This is definitely the same killer just doing this to multiple people. I met someone online and it was a completely different person. It was disturbing and I was scared and left immediately. Yeah, because if they lied about that to get you there, clearly, what else would they be lying about? It's all set up to get your organs.
10 minutes, so I got there a little early. I walked over to the swing set, the exact point where she wanted to meet.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to let her know I was early because I thought that might make me seem needy or anxious. So I waited until exactly 10:02 on the dot to text her saying I was there. This was when she stopped responding.
Oh, God. Place your bets. What do you think is possibly going to be the outcome of this? Do you think it's going to be a car full of, like, dudes that rolls up? Some type of, like, gang activity or something crazy, maybe? Bro, don't meet people at a swing set. Words to live by right there, Red Static. She comes out of the shadows. I'm thinking something comes out of the shadows. I'm thinking it's a couple of guys in masks. A traveling circus, probably?
10:05, 10:10, sitting there waiting with no response. Of course, at first I figured she was driving and couldn't check her phone, but as the minutes passed, that idea started to become less realistic, and the idea that she flaked was becoming more realistic. The playground area was surrounded by trees. In fact, this whole park was very woodsy, and having been a weeknight, nobody was out and about at this time. So honestly, it was kind of creepy sitting in that park alone. The only reason I could see was because of the motion detecting light mounted onto the small bathroom shack.
Yeah, this is one of those freaky parks. If they have a bathroom stationed on the park, that's a big park. And that's probably really dark at night. And there's probably fucking 0 people there. I would imagine there being 0 people there at 10 at night. And if anyone is there, probability is they're up to no good.
Woods for miles, while in the other direction, beyond a few trees, was the neighborhood road. I was sitting on the swing, pushing back and forth in boredom and disappointment. When I froze, the sounds of the squeaky metal swing chains stopped, allowing me to hear something echo out from the little bathroom shack.
Oh God.
It sounded like, you know, a typical sound you'd expect to hear from inside one of those bathrooms. Like somebody pressing down on the handle of the paper towel dispenser or something like that. What I'm trying to say, it sounded intentional, meaning someone might have been in there. Now this wouldn't be a completely strange thing. After all, it's a public park. Only I would have thought that they would lock the bathrooms up at this hour.
Yeah, they usually do.
And who else would actually be in this tiny park at 10:15 on a weeknight? Then I suddenly felt a vibration in my pocket. So excited, I whipped out the phone and saw a new text from Michelle. The text said exactly this. Hey, just got here. Come into the bathroom. I have a surprise for you.
What? Whoa. That's such an easy way to give up your plot. This kid's been here for the last 20 and he's seen Nobody roll up or go into the bathroom. All he knows now is that you're in this station ready to whack this kid somehow. Why would you meet your Tinder date in the bathroom? Come into the bathroom at this fucking state reservation park at 10:15 at night on a Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be right there.
My heart dropped as I read this. I felt butterflies in my stomach. Not like an innocent nervousness, more like a disturbed and freaked out feeling. My thumbs were hovering over the phone as I was conjuring up something to type in response.
Oh, buddy, bro, that's why you need something on you. There's like those people on YouTube, those like pedophile hunter YouTube channels. This is a moment he needed to step up because he knows someone's in there with bad intention. We know that. So he needs to go in there like that fucking clean house mission from Call of Duty and fucking clear that place. And when that pedophile pops out with the, blast him.
Saying, "Get off the swing and come here."
Shut your face.
As I read the text, I looked up to the tiny bathroom building and opened my mouth, almost ready to scream when I saw half of a person's face peering out from the entrance from one of the bathrooms,
Oh my
leering
God.
over to me on the swing. Only for maybe half a second did I actually see a good portion of their face though, because they slowly moved out of sight.
Oh,
To be honest, in the heat of the moment, I couldn't even tell if it was a male or female. But I knew something bad was going on, and I knew I was disturbed as hell by this situation.
yeah, no, that's
So I
scary.
got off the swing quietly and tiptoed away from the playground. When I was far enough away, I ran for it back to my car. That run back to my car itself was one of the most horrific experiences of my life, because I had the constant fear of somebody chasing me in the back of my mind.
Yeah, bro, especially if you turn around and you see someone emerge from the shadow of the bathroom and just full on chase you.
As soon as I locked my car, I was able to pause for a breather. But up until that point, nothing compared to the gut-wrenching fear that I felt when I took one last look into the park and saw a grown man emerge from the trees running towards my car.
Oh my God, you're done.
I turned the key in the ignition and practically threw the car in drive before it was even fully started. When I was halfway down the road and looked back, there was nobody in the street. When I pulled into my driveway, I sat there for 10 minutes, thinking and reflecting. I felt like I had become a changed person at that moment.
Yeah.
Like I knew what it truly felt like to appreciate life
Oh,
after
no
having
shit.
my life threatened.
I mean, that's the whole point of Jigsaw, right? He's like, yo, you're taking it for granted. I'm gonna try to kill you.
I deleted my Tinder account and then deleted the app. I didn't tell any of my family members besides my older brother. I've had a girlfriend for the past 2 months, so luckily, I don't even have to think about using that app anymore.
There's nothing scarier than the like thought of something chasing you, especially from the dark. That's why like people have that irrational fear of like when they go up the stairs, they get on all fours and like do it as fast as they can because the thought of someone chasing you. It's funny how like that is still ingrained in us as humans because like odds are if something was chasing us way back then, it was gonna kill us. Always got to keep the strap on you, East. Always, especially going like you going to that and then they're like, yo, meet me in the bathroom. I'll meet you fucking right there. How about that one? Just don't meet strangers in the bathroom. End of story. That's a good story. That's one I can get behind.